bride who wore red at their wedding. What happened? So my mother-in-law stole my wedding dress a week before the ceremony just so she could force me to wear hers. Hi, I'm Emily, and I married the love of my life. Jacob, we've been together for 5 years, and honestly, he's my best friend from the very first day I met Carol, his mom. She made it crystal clear she didn't like me the first dinner at their house. She looked me dead in the eye and asked, "Are you sure you're the right woman for Jacob?" I laughed it off, but deep down it stung. Over the years, I got used to her little digs. Now, like every bride, I had one big dream of finding the dress I'm talking about where you see yourself in the mirror and think, yeah, this is it. I dragged my mom to countless shops, and then finally I found a modern gown with delicate lace sleeves. I cried. My mom cried. Everyone loved it except Carol. She kept insisting I wear her dress, a massive poofy 1980s gown. Every time she brought it up, I said no. Polite at first, then firm, but she wouldn't let it go. But just a week before the ceremony, I came home from work just to see my gown missing. Then I got a text from Megan, Jacob's sister. "Emily, I just saw Mom leaving your apartment with a big garment bag. Was that your wedding dress?" My heart stopped. I called Carol immediately, and she didn't even deny it. She just sighed and said, "Sweetheart, you'll thank me later." I swear my blood pressure skyrocketed. I was pacing in my kitchen crying. That's when Sarah, my best friend, swooped in. She grabbed my shoulders and said, "Emily, screw her if she wants you in her dress, then we're going to do the exact opposite." Sarah knew an Indian designer, Manish, who specialized in Indian wedding gowns. She called him up, explained the whole situation, and within hours we were at his studio. Manish listened and then pulled out a red gown, no lace, no tradition, the kind of dress you wear when you want the whole room to gasp. That actually made happy. We spent the next few nights doing last-minute fittings, pinning, fabric stitching, details. I barely slept, but when I saw myself in that red gown, for the first time I just gasped. The morning of the wedding, Carol walked into the venue with the confidence of a queen, knowing that I'll wear her dress, but I walked down the aisle with my dad in that red gown. The entire place went silent. Gasps, whispers, cameras clicking, and then Carol's face. She looked like she'd swallowed a whole lemon. She leaned toward Jacob and hissed, "She looks ridiculous." But Jacob, my absolute MVP, just smiled and said, "No, Mom, she looks perfect. That's why I love her." That's when I knew I had won. The rest of the wedding was a blur of laughter, dancing, and champagne. Guests came up to me saying, "I've never seen a bride like this." Before it was unforgettable, Carol sulked in the corner, pouting in her pastel suit. She barely spoke to me the entire night, and honestly, good. Because now when people talk about my wedding, they don't remember Carol's drama. They remember the badass bride in red.